Nonprofit organization Operation Smile is giving cleft lip and cleft palate patients something to smile about as it's set to construct its largest comprehensive cleft care center in Cebu City. The groundbreaking ceremony was held last weekend and it's expected to be operational next year. Joining us now in the studio is Emiliano Romano. He's the Executive Director of Operation Smile Philippines. Good morning, Emiliano. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Good morning.
And we'll be talking about something that is really quite exciting. Congratulations to the organization for this milestone. You're going to tell us all about the journey from the conceptualization of this center to how you guys raised funds for it. And here we are, finally, breaking ground and moving forward. Tell us about where it all began and where we are now.
That's right. So, well, thank you for having me this morning. So this started actually as an idea of our founder, Dr. Bill McGee, which started 10 years ago. With, of course, the mayor of Cebu at the time, which was Mayor Rama, and then, of course, with our MSY Charitable Foundation partner by Madame Mariquita Salimbagong-Yong. So from there is, many things happened in the past 10 years. The hospital was hit by an earthquake, and then, of course, we had COVID, so some delays there and it. But exactly. But we're very happy that last weekend we were able to do the groundbreaking.
That's fantastic. What was the vision for this center? I mean, did you set out to want to build the biggest one, or did it just fall into place naturally?
Yeah. So the idea is really to create a hub. So a hub for the Visayas region, at least for the Philippines, which will be able to cater everybody, and then of course a worldwide hub where medical practitioners can fly to the Philippines, get trained around cleft, about infection prevention, and then of course go back to their country and share the knowledge as well.
Well, that's the beautiful part about this. I mean, not only are you creating a center where people can avail of the services and cater the service, you're creating a center where people who want to, share their services or come and train and pick up knowledge on this. It can be centralized and people can really just sort of, it's a magnet for people who want to help. We're talking about an area or a floor area of 1,700 square meters. How many patients are we going to be able to cater to?
Right, so the 1,700 square meters is actually just the start. So it's actually half of the floor of the entire floor that we are getting. Yeah.
Fantastic.
So this will be developed in phases. The goal is really to deliver 10,000 surgery in the next 5 years.
Okay.
So we're looking roughly about 2,000 to 3,000, hopefully starting from year 2. So we're planning to finish this year, 2023.
Well, what would be some of the highlight features of the center? I mean, we're talking about the largest center.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what we are looking at, what we do in Operation Smile is comprehensive cleft care. So we don't only do surgery, we do nutrition, we do dental, we do speech therapy, and psychosocial care. From there, we are looking at doing a live also training module where when the surgeon does the surgery, this is being streamed live, hopefully worldwide as well.
Okay.
So in this case, if you are not physically there, you can still learn about cleft digitally with,
It really is this training center that will help spread so much knowledge on the condition. And I think we need to underline that, and I think we talked about this last time, is there's so many areas that are affected by children who are born with a cleft lip or cleft palate. I mean, it begins with the possibility of malnutrition, the possibility of not being able to eat properly, and that cascades into problems with your speech, psychosocial problems. Many of these children experience bullying. But this small operation, sometimes less than an hour, I believe, can make such a profound change in somebody's life.
Definitely. So that's what we change life. We don't just provide surgery, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So absolutely. And I think what's important is, you're going towards a community. So even with the psychosocial care that we just had recently, it really helps also families to be more confident about, their self, about their children in the community as well.
Okay, this center, as we've been talking about it will be a hub for surgery, training, local and international medical practitioners. What sort of background do medical practitioners have to have when they want to sort of donate their services? Is that the correct term?
That's right.
What kind of a background do you need to have in order to be of benefit, or in order for the training here to benefit you?
All right. So in Operation Smile, we are surrounded by thousands of volunteers. When we say volunteers, those are medical volunteers that really spend their time with us. So from plastic surgeons, anesthesiology, pediatrics, dentistry, and the like. So actually, it's just the willingness
Yeah.
If you're willing to learn, if you're willing to share the blessing and really share your time, then we accept anybody with no problem.
Right. Well, not everybody obviously will have a medical background, but there are
Correct.
many, many ways in which we can help. Not the easiest of which would be to make a simple donation.
That's right.
For people who have perhaps, I don't know, other time, more time and other talents that they'd like to pitch in to Operation Smile. What are some of the other avenues for people to lend a helping hand?
Okay, so like we have also non-medical volunteers. For example, we have medical records, those who fill up the records of the patients, or we have those who take pictures during mission, or those who will accompany the patients from one location to another, be there, someone who can even share just a lecture about nutrition. So anybody who's really have extra time that wants to support Operation Smile, then is much more welcome.
The nice thing actually is if you look up some of the activities of Operation Smile, there's so many children and students who actually get involved. It's so inspiring to see young people, raising funds, raising awareness, and that sort of thing. It's something that everybody can look into.
Correct. So we started actually our student program here in the Philippines about 2 years ago, and we are really happy to say that we have now 500 plus registered students across the Philippines. And what's good about is the students not only help us raise funds, but most important is really help us raise awareness. And I think this is what any Filipino could do here in the country, is really to raise awareness around cleft.
Sure. What are some of the targets that we're setting our sights on in terms of the number of children or individuals that we hope to be able to help? And also targets and timelines for the center itself. When will we have systems in operation for this center, and what is the target number of individuals that we aim to help?
All right, so for the center, so now we just did the groundbreaking. So we're looking at the third to fourth quarter of next year to be able to do the first patients.
Okay.
Of course, there is a lot of...
Which is amazingly quick.
Which is quite quick, yeah. So there is a lot of things to consider, but we're trying our best. And really the goal is really to provide 10,000 surgery. That's the minimum, bare minimum that we want to achieve. And if we can do more.
And that's just the beginning, no?
And just the beginning.
Just the beginning.
That's right.
As you said, 1,700 is just the beginning.
It's just the beginning.
First phase of this center, which will continue to grow, and we're looking forward to it. We're happy to hear that. Now, how can people contact the organization if they want to help? Like you said, there's time, there's talent, there's an endless number of ways which you can sort of pitch in and lend a helping hand.
That's right. So we have a website, or operationsmile.org.ph, as well as our social media, Operation Smile Philippines.
Yep.
So anybody can just go through all our platforms, send us an email, send us a message, and then we'll take it from there. Any help, it's much welcome.
There you go. Okay, everybody should pitch in and lend a helping hand in such a worthy project and such a worthy organization. Congratulations to you. Thank you so much, Emiliano, for joining us here this morning here on New Day.
Thank you so much.
Ciao. Thank you.